Hi, I'm Dia and you guys are watching Dianosaur. So today I'm gonna talk about the books that I read in November. I had exams in the beginning of December, so I couldn't read as much as I wanted to in November, but I still read 9 books, and that's a good number for me. So let's get on with it. So I don't exactly do stats in my wrap up videos because I hate stats. I don't like watching other people talk about their stats. I don't like doing stats. I hate stats because I had stats in college and biostats, and oh my god, it was such a pain in the ass. So anyway, my rant about stats is over. So I'll just tell you one thing. So I had one 5 star this month, one 4.5 star, and the rest were all 3 to 4 stars. So yeah, let's get on with the video. So the first book that I read in the month of November was The Justice of Kings by Richard Swan, which I gave 3.5 stars to. I have done an in-depth review on this book, so you guys can go and check out the video if you want to know what exactly I thought about this book. So basically, what happened was I went into this book with all the wrong expectations. I expected this book to be a murder mystery first and everything else second, but it was like everything else first and murder mystery like sprinkled on top as an afterthought kind of a thing. So that made it, it didn't work for me at all because of that, but it was still a good book. I could appreciate that. And although the main character was kind of annoying, I still feel that there is room for improvement, and there is room for character development for this character. So that is The Justice of Kings. Next, I read Radiance by Grace Draven. So Radiance by Grace Draven is this friends to lovers romance. This is a loosely told retelling of this Beauty and the Beast. And so these are two people from two different races, and they find each other disgusting, like these two races, humans and something I don't remember. So how they like start a form of friendship and start to fall in love, and fall in love with each other despite their appearances and differences and all that. So it's a story about that. For me, I gave the book 3 stars. It didn't really. So the camera angle might have changed because my camera stopped recording for some reason, and this is the third time I'm filming. The first time I didn't record at all. The second time I recorded for 3 minutes, and half of that was me ranting about stats, and this time hopefully it will record the entire thing. Oh my god, my eyes are watering. What the hell? Anyway, I was talking about Radiance. So Radiance did not really work for me because it was too sappy and too sweet, and I don't have a heart. So it did not really work for me. Anyway, the next book I read was Mysterious Ways by Abby Evans, which I gave 3.5 stars to. The book started out really strong, but then it kind of lost its way. It tried to be too many things at the same time, and it didn't do any of the job that well. So I felt like it could have used a bit more structure, and yeah, that would have helped the book a lot. So I gave it 3.5 stars because it was still, the writing was still good. I liked the writing, the dialogue was fun, the funny moments were amazing, but the attempt at having depth and conversation about important topics, it was not very well done in my opinion. So yeah, that is Mysterious Ways by Abby Evans. The next is The Beast Hunters. I have an in-depth review on this book, so I won't be talking too much about it. I really liked the book. It was this really cool adventure in this really cool world, and yeah, I gave it 4 stars. Did I say that already? I gave it 4 stars. Anyway, so I would suggest that if you are looking for a palette cleanser between chunky books, go ahead and give this book a shot. So it's kind of like Supernatural meets The Witcher meets the Radia Revelations. So yeah, if you are interested in any of that, I would highly suggest this book to you. Next, I read A Song for the Void by Andrew C. Piazza, which I gave 4.5 stars to. It was this historical fantasy cosmic horror, and it's about this ship crew in the South China Sea during the Opium Wars. They are hunting for pirates, but they become the prey to this otherworldly entity who is hunting them, and people start going crazy, losing their minds, questioning their sanity, and all that good stuff. So that is A Song for the Void. I feel like I should do an in-depth video of the SPFBO books after I do my wrap up, because these books, they need their own video. So yeah. Next I read They Mostly Come Out at Night, which I gave 5 stars to, and this book is by Benedict Patrick. It's the first in the Yarns World series, and it's a dark folklore inspired book, and it has this young man who is an outcast in this village, and one day he starts getting visions or dreams about this mysterious magpie king who is supposedly the ruler and protector of the forest surrounding the village. So he starts getting visions about this boy called Adahi, who is the Magpie King's son, and Adahi has his own problems to deal with. Like he feels that he's not strong enough to be the Magpie King or brave enough to be the Magpie King. So it's about people, like finding their purpose in life. It's about destiny. It's about people protecting the people they love. So, and like being successful or failing at it. So it's about all these things, and I feel I should do a in-depth review video of this book also after I read maybe a couple more in the series, and so that I can do an overview of the series at one time instead of doing like review videos of each book. So yeah, that is They Mostly Come Out at Night. The next I read was The Crew by Sadir Samir, which I gave 3.5 stars to. So this is this laugh out loud, hilarious, hysterical book about this man putting together a crew to assassinate this ruler of a city state. And in one sentence, if I had to sum up what this book is like, I would say it's Marvel movie on drugs, because it has a talking dog, exploding fish, a giant toad named Mozzarella. So what else do you need in a book? Anyway, so that is The Crew by Sadir Samir. So next we have Zoo by E.C. Cross. So this is a short story, and this is kind of like this semi-autobiographical story about this zoo, which instead of having animal exhibits, it has our mental faculties and mental stuff as exhibits, like depression, anxiety, regrets, all these things. I won't say too much about this other than the fact that it made me tear up at one point. It's very personal, it's very moving, and I would suggest you to read this story like as fast as you can, as soon as you can. Anyway, so next is The Lost Spearhead by Mark Layton. Is it lost or last? It's lost. The Lost Spearhead by Mark Layton. This is the third time I'm filming, so if it sounds a bit rushed and bit sloppy, that's the reason, because I don't have patience anymore. So the Lost Spearhead by Mark Layton, I gave it 4 stars. It's about this family who moved to this, out of the town, creepy house, and the teenager of this family, the teenage son of this family, he's kind of disturbed, and he's kind of, like hating his mom because of this move and everything, and he makes a disturbing discovery. And that's all I'm gonna tell you about it, because it's a very short book, it's a novella. And oh my god, it was, the last scene was so disturbing. I read it at night before going to bed, and that was the wrong choice. I chose poorly. So yeah, that is The Lost Spearhead. So now we come to an end of this wrap up. The only thing I'm gonna tell you is that I read a lot of indie self-help books this month, and that's because I had my birthday in November, and as my birthday gift, I got a Kindle Unlimited subscription, and I thought, I would put it to good use. And there are so many amazing books on Kindle Unlimited, and I got a 6 month subscription, so I will be reading indie self-help books for the next couple of months. Like, that's all I'm gonna read, because it's free. On, like, I can get so many books for free, so many amazing books for free. And at first, like, in the beginning of my of the month, I was like, I have to read all these books that are on my physical TBR. But then I got Kindle Unlimited subscription, and then I was like, nope, I'll read all these amazing books on Kindle Unlimited. Anyway, that's all I have to tell you in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.